Hello, and thanks for joining us for race number 4 of the Gold Fleet here at the 2021 KiteFoil World Series in Gizzeria. We are 7 seconds away from the start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Off they go. We have some port tack starters. Looks like they're clear this time. Pretty much clean start. Some early tackers too. Maxime Nochet, Tony Vodisek choosing to start on starboard but tacking out immediately in front of the fleet. Here we have the group that's slightly higher up. These are the port tack starters. 2 F1s, probably Connor Bainbridge, Benoit Gomez. But slightly lower down and faster, Tony Vodisek, Theo Lostis, Nico Parlier, Denis Taradin, Maxime Nochet. Behind them, it looks like Connor Bainbridge right behind Maxime Nochet. Followed by 2 fly surfers of Max Meter and Martin Dolange. I would just like to correct for race number 3, I got second place wrong. It was an amazing ride by Max Meter from Singapore, the junior, managing to finish second behind Tony Vodisek in that race. He came from being 6th or 7th on the after the first leg and managed to do an amazing comeback upwind and downwind to finish second. So amazing job for him. Let's see how he does in this race. Currently, Tony Vodisek out in front in the lead. The rest of the fleet hot on his heels. All the riders heading quite far in, close to the beach. Trying to get that lift off that headland. Trying to get as far as they can before they need to tack before hitting the beach so that they can hit the ley line and get to the marks in one go. In the last races, Tony had to tack twice on his first lap. So here we go. Fleet is tacked. We're currently watching what looks like Benoit Gomez and Connor Bainbridge. We've lost the drone. We have Tony Vodisek really high up on the fleet. I'm pretty sure he's still up ahead. From this angle, it looks like he's a bit behind, but he looks like he's 50, 60 meters above the fleet, together with Theo Lostis. And it looks like one of the fly surfers, either Martin Dolange or Max Mader. We have 2 more fly surfers coming in, joining the rest of the fleet on starboard. Right, looks like they're all going to have to tack at least one more time. They're all under the mark. They're all going to be tacking twice. But it looks like Tony is still quite a good distance ahead. Let's see if he can keep that lead. Let's see, they're going to be tacking soon. There we go, first tackers are out. That's a fly surfer just tacked. Tony going a bit longer. There we go, Tony, Connor. Tony heading back towards the ley line. All right, let's see who makes it around first. Will it be Tony Vodicek? Will it be Nico Parlier? Will it be Connor Bainbridge? Or will it be one of the fly surfers? We will see. One of the fly surfers tacked out a little bit earlier than the rest of them. It's coming up now. Here we go. Tony tacking. Who is on that fly surfer? Is it Max? Is it Martin Dolench? Is it Florian Gruber? We will see. Approaching the upwind mark. Tony Vodicek. Tony Vodicek, first place, going around the mark. Let's see. Who's in second? Number 64, Theo de Ramicourt. Oh, and crashes! Theo wasn't second, but wipes out. Giving number 69, according to the race committee, Axel Mazella the chance to catch up. Bad luck from Theo. So currently, Tony Vodicek, followed by Axel Mazella, followed by number 112, Maxime Nochet. And then Benoit Gomez, number 24. And then Connor Bainbridge. Such bad luck from Theo there. Crashing on his jibe right after he was in second place around the mark. Vodicek going for his jibe. Here we have bit of tangling going on. Kite's collapsing. Let's go back to the leaders. Here we go. Tony Vodicek, again, supreme race from him, out in front, full speed. He has switched down to an 11 meter. It's windy out there. There's on the beach, it's gusts up to 22 knots, so I'm assuming on the water, there's gusts up to 25 knots. Amazing racing conditions, short lines, small kites. Tony Vodicek on Ozone R1 with his Levitas foil. Following behind him, Axel Mazella, who capitalized on the crash from Theo de Ramicourt. Followed by Connor Bainbridge from the UK. The question is, where is Dennis Taradin in all this? Dennis Taradin managed to start so well, but he is currently outside of the top 6. Let's see if he can catch up. Here we go. Coming through the gate, Tony Vodicek. Clean rounding, no butt check, straight into the beach. Axel Mazella rounding the mark, also coming back towards the beach. Bit of a butt check, but keeping it together. Connor Bainbridge also coming through the gate. Here we have the rest of the fleet. Orange Kite, probably Nicolas Parlier, followed by either Max Meter or Martin Dolench. Here we have Maxime Nochet coming through the gate. Theo lost his splitting out to sea. Quite a few riders choosing to go the opposite way and not back into the beach, heading out to sea on starboard. Here we have Tony Vodicek out front, comfortable lead. Bit of traffic. He's got some kite surfers in front of him, some free riders, but managing to cleanly get through, no problem. Behind him, Axel Mazella is trying to catch him while holding off Connor Bainbridge from the UK. Axel Mazella also on an Ozone R1. I'm not sure what size he's on. Probably also down 11. Behind Tony, you can see a downed black kite. Just heading behind the headland now. Tony Vodicek will be tacking soon. All we see now is his white kite. He will have to tack soon. Behind him there, we can see Connor and Axel Mazella battling it out. Axel slightly lower down. Connor Bainbridge. A little bit higher up. We will see what it's like after the tack. There we see Tony, who's tacked on the ley line, heading up to the windward mark. I would hazard that he's a good 20 seconds ahead of Axel Mazella at the moment. Here we see that downed, what looks like either a Flamax or an ozone. Possibly a broken line. Welcome back. Here we still have no change. Tony Vodicek up in first place. Comfortable lead. Followed by Axel Mazella from France and Connor Bainbridge from the UK. The top 2 and 3 chasing, currently in fourth, Tony Vodicek. But Tony is going pretty clean, looking like he's going to get a second bullet of today. Oh, Tony crashes. Tony, for some reason, he managed to catch his rail. Boom. Wiping out, crashing off his board. That will change something in front. I don't think his lead was big enough to recover from this. We'll have to see. He's going to have to tack at least one more time. But that would be bad luck for him. Axel Mazella right on his heels at the moment, a lot closer. Here we go. Tony rounding the mark, still in first, but the gap seriously reduced between him and Axel Mazella. There we go. Boom. Both of them really close. Both Ozone team riders. Axel Mazella on Chubanga foils. Tony Vodicek on Levitas foils. Both choosing to go a little bit longer before jibing. Before, a lot of them were jibing right after the upwind mark. Here we see Axel and Tony covering each other, pushing hard, waiting for the other to jibe first, and they will just cover. Sorry about that. Just now, the drone just startled me. Here we go. Tony going for his jibe. Axel will cover. Or not. Axel choosing to go a little bit longer. Different tactics, splitting off. All right, Axel continuing on. Tony already jibed. Let's see if this pays out for Axel. Tony currently coming up to the gate. We're having a bit of breakup. Uh-oh. I've lost my monitor. Don't know if you guys can still hear me. Here we go. We've got the drone. But we seem to have lost the long lens. All right, we've lost our long lens. However, I can see Axel and Tony Axel looks like his tactic might have paid off. We'll have to see. Tony's added another jibe in. They're still quite a way off from the gate. I just have some visual line of sight on them here. I can't see them in the cameras. But I think Axel Macella's tactic has paid off. He has managed to get ahead of Tony. Here we see them. Tony coming in on port, but going for his jibe. But Axel Macella seems to have done it. He has overtaken Tony and is first through the bottom of the gate. Tony with a bit of bad luck crashing on his upwind. And Axel capitalizing on it. Axel smacking in towards the finishing line. I don't think that is anything that Tony can do about that. Axel Mazzella will take the win for Gold Fleet number 4.
DR5, built to win.
Damn. All right. All right, I'm here with Tony Vocek. You were leading through most of that race, and then you had a crash. What happened?
Everybody at home, everybody on the water, and everybody in the world, please recycle. Don't throw your trash in the water. So yeah, hit a plastic bag and finish second.
Bad luck, but that's what discards for. Keep on rocking, man.
I need a discard for the first race.
Okay. Max,
Yes,
you had an amazing race in the previous one.
yes.
How's it going for you?
I expected that to be my worst race, but I got lucky with the wind shifts and played it a bit smart, and I got lucky with other people making mistakes, and I ended up in second, yeah.
Awesome, that's a great result. I mean, how old are you now?
14, turning 15 this year.
Well, 14, 15 years and up here on the top. Wow.
Thank you very much. No angle back there.
Let's Ariane gewonnen. Oder Coach.
Ja, bueno.
No, there's interview cameras on. What? All I can see here is All right, welcome back. We are now going to watch Silver Fleet, race number 4. They are in sequence. We don't have the timer at the moment, but we will be starting very soon. The Silver Fleet it's quite a mixed bag. A lot of different results from a lot of guys. Currently leading the Silver Fleet, Nick Reeves from the US on Fly Surfer and Levitas, managing to get 2nd place, a 3rd place, and a 10th place. Behind him, Martin Pariente from France on Chubanga Fly Surfer, and he has 2 seconds and a 6th. And then in 3rd in the Silver Fleet are Anneluz Lammerts, our girl, with a 4th, 7th, and a 6th. The girls are doing extremely well in this fleet. Maddie Anderson from the UK on Ozone and Levitas are doing extremely well. We have the start. Looks like everybody got away clean. Some riders on port already. The Silver Fleet are the riders that didn't quite make it into the Gold Fleet. The Gold Fleet are the first 50 riders of the 100 riders we had registered here. So these are the bottom 49. They no longer have a chance to progress up, but they have a chance to compete against each other and gain valuable experience. And there's also Grandmasters and Masters titles to fight for. Yeah, do that. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the Gold Fleet race, number 4. Here we have the start from the Gold Fleet. You can see the port starters making a cross, but a lot of the riders tacking out early and heading out. Here we see how nicely the port tack starters made it over the fleet, getting that advantage. Here we have Tony Vodicek going around the mark, heading on to leg 2, doing super well, and right behind him actually Theo de Ramicourt going for his jibe and then crashing. There you have Theo just crashing out. Bad luck. Overtaken by Axel Mazzella and Maxime Norchet. We also had some other stuff happening. Tangles, kites collapsing. Here we have Tony with that nice massive lead coming through the gate, coming upwind, followed by Axel Mazzella and Connor Bainbridge. And here we have Tony just catching a plastic bag. Like he said, he caught a plastic bag on his upwind and crashed, ventilated and crashed out. And that cost him that bullet. You just see it there. Just about there, he catches that plastic bag and then it stops him dead. And here we have that battle. Axel Mazzella managing to catch up with Tony because of that crash, and then Axel going for some better tactics. Axel using his tactical knowledge to overtake Tony on that downwind to get that second bullet of the day for Axel Mazzella. Yes, just a minute. All right, we're just seeing the Silver Fleet. We're back. We'll see who gets around the upwind mark first. See if we can get a confirmation who the first 3 riders are around that mark. Here we have Black Ozone, possibly from Annaluse. And then here we have a Flymax and a Fly Surfer from Silver Fleet. Heading up towards the weather mark. They're tight. Don't know if they're going to make it in one. I don't think so. That's not. They haven't made it. They're going to have to tack twice again. First rider's going for the and a crash. Runner Fly Max. It's a bit hard to identify some of the riders in the Silver Fleet as they have mixed quivers. Ooh, having a bit of trouble at the mark here. So we have rounding Black Ozone. With a decent lead. Still waiting on the race committee to confirm who that is. I would hazard a guess that that is Annaluse Lammerts from Holland. As you can see, as the wind is quite high and into the 20s, the riders are on their 11-meter kites. Kite lines between 10 and 12 meters. We got Black Ozone going for a jibe. The yellow ozone, possibly from Emil Beckett, going a little bit further before jibing. Here we going for that jibe. Taking a bit longer, but clean. Oh! Just dragging the wingtip just a little bit of a wingtip collapse. We still have the Black Ozone up in the lead. It will be interesting to see on the Silver Fleet who takes the bullet this time. In the last 2 races, Emil Beckett from Denmark on Flying Sardine in Ozone has taken the bullet. Will he do it again this time? Going for that jibe. Should take him through the gate. And through the gate, on the way to the finish. Or not. All right, the black kite is through, heading back up towards the beach for leg number 3. It is the Danish flag. That is definitely Emil Beckett from Denmark, leading the Silver Fleet on leg number 3. Emil Beckett had a bit of a nightmare start to this race season. He missed or could not finish the first 5 races actually, of the series. And that's why he ended up down in Silverfleet. But now he's proving that he can do it. He has 2 bullets out of 3. All right, welcome back. We are still in Silverfleet number 4. Currently leading is Emil Beckett from Denmark. See if we can get the long lens shot again of the fleet. Doesn't look like we got the long lens at the moment. There we go. Here we see the weather mark. Got the first riders approaching it, but they're all under. They're going to have to tack twice again to reach it. Emil Beckett from Denmark already has 2 bullets for the Silver Fleet and 1 5th place. He's trying to work his way up. Still leading, however, in Silverfleet is Nick Reeves from the US, followed by Martin Pariente from France and Anneloes Lammerts from the Netherlands. And 4th place, Matty Anderson, ahead of Thomas Beckett. And behind him, his son, Emil Beckett, trying to work his way up the fleet. He's only 1 point adrift of his father, so if he gets another bullet, that should put him ahead of his father and maybe ahead of Matty Anderson. Let's see. That looks like Fly Surfer about to go around the mark. Just makes it around. That could actually be Nick Reeves. Going for that jibe. I would hazard a guess that that is either Nick Reeves or Martin Pariente. Both on Fly Surfer kites. It's a bit difficult to see. And there we have Thomas Beckett. Emil Beckett, sorry. On his downwind. Emil seems to have pretty good lead. As you might have noticed, the course is quite a bit longer than it was on previous days when we were riding Blue Fleet and Yellow Fleet. The course was just over a nautical mile. We've added a little bit of longer course to make it a bit more interesting for Gold and Silver Fleet racing. And the course now is about 1.3 nautical miles. Here we have Emil coming in. He will be jibing in the next 10 seconds probably. Here we go. Going for his jibe. Well done. He's got a commanding lead. I don't think Nick or Martin can catch him, but they are going on a slightly different tactic at the moment. So let's see how that plays out. The Fly Surfer coming in from the inside. Emil coming in from the outside. But, oh, it looks like the Fly Surfer from... it's so hard to tell who that is. Is that Nick Reeves? Is that Martin Pariente? Fly Surfer going for that last jibe. They'll take him through the gate. Followed by Emil Beckett. There we go, coming through the gate. Heading towards the sideline. The gusts are building here. We have winds and gusts over 25 knots at the moment. There you go. Second place looks like Emil Beckett's holding that, but first place goes to the Fly Surfer of Martin Pariente winning race number 4 from Silver Fleet, followed by Emil Beckett from Denmark. Did he come in? It's too far away. Too far away. All right. We will be going straight into Gold Fleet, race number 5. At the moment, the riders for Gold Fleet, race number 5, are getting ready. Bit of a mixed result. Dennis Taradin, after winning the first Gold Fleet race, has had 2 fourth places. They are discards for him. However, not as consistent as he was hoping. Axel Masella, with 2 seconds, 1 bullet, and a 5th place, still holding on to his 2nd position with 15 points. But Tony Vodicek, winning that last race, moves him up onto the podium for 3rd place. He's still a good 7 points adrift of Axel Masella, but we still have quite a few races to go today and tomorrow. So Tony Vodicek on his way of maybe winning this event if he can keep the consistency and keep winning. So welcome back. We have 4 minutes to the start for Gold Fleet, race number 5. Currently, still leading is Dennis Taradin. He's been having a bit of a mixed bag today. He won the first race. He was so consistent the previous days, but he only won 1 race today, and it has 2 fourth places, and 1 did not compete. He didn't finish number 4. He's got enough discards, but his lead has dropped down now to 1 point ahead of Axel Masella. Axel Masella winning the last race with a 5th, a 1st, and a 2nd. So with 2 bullets in this Gold Series, is now moved up to within 1 point of Dennis. Behind him in 3rd place, Tony Vodicek from Slovenia has 24 points. So he's got a bit of a job ahead of him, but he's well on his way. He had a bit of bad luck in the last race where he was leading comfortably but hit a plastic bag and gave up his 1st place to Axel Masella. Let's see how these 3 riders do in the next race. And behind them, you have Connor Bainbridge also pushing hard, but so far unable to capitalize on the mistakes Tony has made or Axel has made. Behind him in 5th place, Nicolas Parlier is also doing pretty good, but he is inconsistent with his results. 22nd in the first race, 9th in the 2nd race. A good 3rd place in race number 3 today, and then a 7th place in race number 4. Maxime Nochet is also not having a great day. He started well with a 3rd place and a 5th place, but then didn't finish, and a 12th place in race number 4. Let's see how they do in race number 5.
DR5, built to win.
Yeah, but I didn't know one for the weekend. All right, we're back. Remember, this is not a one-off event. We have 5 events this year in the KiteFoil World Series. At the moment, we're here in Act 1 in Gizzeria, Italy. Second one will be in Austria at the Traunsee in September, followed by Italy and Sardinia, Cagliari, followed by a 4-star event on Fuerteventura in Gandia, and the finals will be Palomas on the 24th to 28th of November. Right. 20 seconds to the start for Gold Fleet, race number 5. There are about 6-7 port tack starters. The rest of the fleet on starboard. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the course seems to be really port favored. Looks like all port. No, 2 haven't made it over the fleet, but 4 of them have. Teo Lostis has made it. Mario Calbucci has made it. And the 2 F1s of Benoit Gomez and Connor Bainbridge have made it over the fleet. The rest of the guys have done an early tack. Tony Vodicek, Maxime Nochet, Nico Parlier, Max Meter, Martin Dolench, Florian Gruber. They've all started on starboard but tacked early and are heading in towards the beach. And they seem to have the advantage at the moment. We have the red Flymax, probably Maxime Nochet, looking like they're a little bit ahead of the rest of the pack. But Tony Vodicek, once again, looking like he's got a comfortable lead. Looking at the top end, a little bit higher up of the fleet, we have Black Ozone of Mario Calbucci, Teo Lostis, and 2 other F1 riders. The riders who are in this part, who started on port and were a bit higher up, they will have the advantage of 1 less tack and also being slightly farther away from the beach, being able to go for a longer distance, hitting that ley line and saving some time by not having to tack a second time or a 4th time like the rest of the fleet, which will be hitting the beach just about now. Tony Vodicek has gone for his tack. He's looking like he's got a good commanding lead. Connor Bainbridge tacking. Benoit Gomez tacking. So here we go. Tony Vodicek already on port. Has he hit the ley line or not? In front of him, it looks like Benoit Gomez on the F1. Those are the 2 potential leaders at the moment, Tony Vodicek and Benoit Gomez. We will have confirmation once they round the mark. Behind them, Teo Lostis. I can see Teo Lostis is black. Ozone with the Orea markings. And another F1, possibly Connor Bainbridge. And then behind them, one of the fly surfers. Could it be Max Mader again? He had an amazing race before, finishing 2nd. Let's see what he will do this time. Right, Tony will have to tack twice more to get around the mark. Let's see if the others have hit the ley line. I doubt it. Here we have some of the other riders who started higher up, who went out on starboard, trying to get for less tacks. Tony's still heading out before he tacks. This is a bit of a long course. Who will tack first, Tony or Benoit? The winds are gusting up and over 25 knots at the minute out there. There we've got some tube kites. Right, here we're having a look at a black ozone. They're quite low down the course. We should be sticking on the white kite from Tony Vodicek to see if he's first around the weather mark. Here we have the weather mark. Let's see who gets around there first. Fleet's tacked. Does not look like Tony is one of the first to go around. It looks like it's one of the fly surfers, followed by an ozone. All right, let's see. Number 64, Teo de Ramicourt, leading currently, followed by Martin. I don't think that's Martin Dolench on the ozone. Followed by Dennis Taradin. I think it's Dennis Taradin in second. And Axel Mazella in third. So we've got a bit confusing results at the top end mark. But it looks like Teo de Ramicourt is slightly ahead. We're currently watching Benoit Gomez on his F1 on the downwind. Going for a jibe. All right, we're looking at Dennis Taradin blasting down the course in third place, if we're correct. But looking from here, not looking through the cameras, it looks like Dennis Taradin is in the lead. Going for a jibe. Right. Dennis Taradin rounding the gate. Heading back on port, heading back upwind on port. Then we followed by possibly Axel Mazella and Teo de Ramicourt. So Teo de Ramicourt in third, Axel Mazella in second, and Dennis Taradin currently leading. It looks like Teo's managing to get a little bit ahead of Axel there. But Dennis, good speed, good upwind angle, is maintaining his lead. Teo looks like he's on a bigger kite. He's on a 13 meter, whereas Dennis is on an 11 meter. See Teo trying to push for a little bit more speed. Hunched over, really pushing against the power of his kite. He's probably really powered up in comparison with Dennis. We will be seeing attack pretty soon from both of them. Who's going to go first? Dennis has the advantage. Dennis is higher up. Teo's got more speed. Teo goes first. Teo's around. Dennis is kept going. Teo probably had to tack because he was lower down and was about to contact with the beach. Dennis is tacked. Now let's see. Can Teo reach the upwind mark in one? No. He's gone for another tack. Let's see. Has Dennis stayed ahead of him? Yes. Dennis has stayed ahead. Looking at Connor Bainbridge or Benoit. Following, also attacking. That's Connor Bainbridge. And the white ozone, Tony Vodicek, also up there in that group. Here we have Dennis still controlling, still pushing, followed by Axel Mazella. Theo seems to have had to give up a bit of ground with that extra tack, but there's still no guarantee that Dennis or Axel have made the upwind mark just yet. Axel's pretty low down. I'm not sure if he's on the ley line and if he can hit the upwind marks. Dennis looks like well on his way to getting his second bullet today. Here we have some of the rest of the fleet who continued out on starboard, coming in to cross the fleet. Here we have Dennis. Let's have a look. As Dennis made it around, we have the mark boat, so we should be seeing the weather mark very soon. There it is. I think Dennis has done it. Axel's going to have to tack 2 more times. There we go. Dennis Taradin rounding the weather mark. If he can hold it together, he should have a pretty easy bullet. We go Axel rounding the mark. Good. 12 seconds behind. Dennis going first jibe. First jibe. Cleanly done.
Attention everyone on the beach, if you can hear me, we're looking for number 89. 89, if you are on the beach, please report to the race office. Number 89.
Here we're seeing Dennis Taradin with nice lead over Axel Mazella. There's not much more that they both can do. They will be just covering each other on their jibes. But you never know. Axel Mazella took a bit of a tactical gamble in the last race, and it paid off for him, overtaking Tony Vodicek. So, tactics can pay off, but with this large of a lead, I think Dennis has a pretty secure win. But, as it proved with Tony, there can be plastic bags in the water, something can get snagged up on, and you can always make a mistake. Here we have Axel and Dennis crossing. Dennis still ahead. Check out that speed. This is the times I wish we had GPS on these guys to see how fast they're going downwind. But just from experience, these guys can be going way into the 40 knot areas. So they are fast. There we go. Rounding the mark soon. Going for his jibe. Looks like Dennis Taradin ahead of Axel Mazella. Followed by Theo de Ramacour. There we go. It looks quite close here, but Dennis has got a pretty good lead, but Axel and Theo catching up, also battling each other. Oh, what is Dennis doing? Dennis is, well, he's made it safe. Axel and Theo. Excellent racing from Dennis, getting his second bullet of today, followed by Axel Masella and Theo de Ramicourt in third. Okay. All right, Theo. That was a lot of change in speed. How was it for you?
It was really sick. It was really nice to fight with Dennis and Axel. Yeah, it was all about pushing. We had to use our brain to find the fastest way to go to the top mark. But yeah, nice.
Just a question, everyone. What happened to the last race? You ran around the mark and then crashed. You were behind, I think, Axel or Tony.
Yeah, I wanted to jibe like as soon as possible, and yeah, I just a mistake from my side. I was second, so like really bad start, and yeah, I overdid it kind of, crashed.
So good luck next race. Oh yeah. All right, I'm here with Dennis Taladin, and winner of the last race. Tell us how it went.
Well, the last race went well, way more better than the previous one. I did a huge mistake. I took too big of a kite and couldn't hold it. I had the tangle, but the race took even. Did the port start clean, fast, easy. I liked a lot. Had a little bit of fighting with Axel on the downwind, but overall happy, really happy. When I won the day, I know more. So thank you.
DR5. Built to win.
All right, that was the last race of today. It was interesting. The winds have picked up 25 knots and over. Some interesting changes. Dennis Taladin coming back from a bit of a nightmare today to get his second bullet for the Gold Fleet, keeping his lead, fighting hard against Axel Masella, but doing extremely well. Axel fighting with Theo for third place. It was really close. Let's have a look at some of the highlights. Here we have that port start that Dennis was talking about. He got away clean, but some of those in that port attacking fleet didn't quite make it over. You can see here it looked pretty okay, but there you see the F1 having to tack away from the fleet. And only 4 of those port tack starters making it out. Theo lost this, Dennis Sardine, and the 2 F1s of Benoit Gomez. Here we have the first mark rounding, with Theo actually in the lead, followed by Dennis. Here we have the bottom mark rounding. Dennis already has a comfortable lead. Going around the bottom mark, followed by Axel Masella, followed by Theo. Look at the speed those guys are going around. Leg 4 rounding. Dennis comfortably in the lead, followed by Axel and Theo battling each other around the marks. Dennis coming in full speed, coming through the gate, blasting through, followed by Axel. Axel putting the hammer down, trying to catch Dennis. Dennis just holding it together, playing it safe, not going too fast, keeping the lead. Axel finishing second, and Theo de Ramacour finishing third. This was an amazing day of racing. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope to see all of you tomorrow. And for Gold Race, 3 more races to go. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.